One, and.
Like musicians in an orchestra, trustees and the superintendent have different parts to play in shaping education in Fort Worth ISD. The men and women who make up the Fort Worth ISD Board of Education are diverse in gender, race, age, occupations, experiences, perspectives, and opinions. What they have in common is an interest in Fort Worth ISD that runs deep. Almost all are parents of current or recent district students.
And each has a history of strong community leadership, as you'll see, starting with our newest members. Daphne Brookins represents District 4. Daphne is a youth administrator for Workforce Solutions for Tarrant County and a former Forest Hill Mayor Pro Tem. Ann Darr, District 6. Ann is a lifelong educator with a special commitment to deaf and hard of hearing students and their families.
CJ Evans, District 5. CJ is a lawyer who also facilitates a monthly pro bono legal clinic for women at risk. Quentin Phillips, District 3. Q brings real-life insight to the board as a professor at TCU and the founding partner of the nonprofit Community Frontline organization.
Toby Jackson, District 2, a lifelong advocate for children. Toby is always looking to bring attention to initiatives and programs that level the playing field. Anael Luebanos, District 8. Anael is a CPA who goes beyond the numbers to make sure all children have access to educational and other opportunities.
Ashley Paz, District 9, an entrepreneur, business owner, and equity warrior. Ashley fights tirelessly on behalf of children and families. Norman Robbins, District 7. Norm brings years of professional experience in both the public and private sector, as well as sage guidance to new initiatives.
And Board President Jacinto Ramos Jr., representing District 1. Cinto is a proven leader on the local, state, and national stage in educational policy, racial and ethnic equity, and school board governance. And now our trustees share an exciting and challenging new commitment that is changing the future of Fort Worth ISD.
It's a journey taken in collaboration with Superintendent Scribner, focused on one primary goal: improving student outcomes.
In January 2017, our board adopted the Texas Education Agency initiative called Lone Star Governance. It's a continuous improvement model for boards dedicated to sharpening their focus on better student outcomes. Lone Star Governance intensively trains and guides board members in working with superintendents to create clear-cut student outcome goals and measures aligned to the goals.
Fort Worth ISD trustees, collaborating with Superintendent Scribner, set goals for improvement in these crucial areas: literacy, math, and college career and military readiness. Lone Star Governance also clarifies responsibilities in meeting the goals, which duties belong to the board and which belong to the superintendent.
For example, the board sets the goals, but it's the responsibility of the superintendent to find ways to reach them. In other words, the board focuses on governance, guiding, supporting, and monitoring relevant data, while the superintendent focuses on the management of the district, providing administrative leadership, and proposing and implementing policy changes.
This brings up another key component of Lone Star Governance: identified constraints. An example of a board constraint is tracking its use of time in meetings to ensure the majority of time is spent on student outcome goals. Another example, not trying to perform the roles of the superintendent.
An example of a superintendent constraint is ensuring low-performing campuses have equitable access to resources. Also, not allowing adult convenience or preference to take priority over academic progress of students.
But a big part of governance is actively engaging you, the community, in our work. As your elected representatives, this school board wants to represent your values, so you'll see more of us where you are. We'll be visiting your clubs and organizations and listening. Your input informs our decision-making.
Like the diverse sections of an orchestra, each Board of Education trustee brings a distinct contribution to their collective work. The result can be harmonious, dynamic support of the district's mission to prepare all students for success in college, career, and community leadership.
Your Fort Worth ISD Board of Education is committed to teamwork at its finest, to improve outcomes for all students.
Eyes open, big smile. Great. I think it looks perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.